Hey everyone, it's EmeraldLouu. Thank you for clicking on my video today. Just as a reminder, everything said on this channel is simply my opinion and how I see things from my viewpoint. If you do not agree, that is okay. We can always discuss in the comments section our differences. So let's go ahead and get into this video, and I hope you enjoy it. Hello, it's EmeraldLouu. This is my channel here on YouTube, and I'm so happy to see you. Tonight, we're going to get into a life after lockup, episode 19. I'm assuming it's season 3. So actually, the season 3 did not close out completely because this is still a continuation. Now, most of you may have heard me when I said this is my first time watching Love After Lockup, so I have an idea of only the couples from season 3, but the other couples I have no idea about. I only know of them from other YouTube creators doing reviews on Love and Life After Lockup way before I even got on YouTube that I used to watch or am still watching. I just don't watch them before I upload my video. I do my video first, upload it, then I go watch their reviews. So I have the picture in front of me, so let me tell you who I know. So I know Quaylin and Chevelle. I know Destiny and Sean, and I know Lindsay and Scott. Don't know why they chose Lindsay and Scott. They're not interesting to me because I'm not feeling Lindsay. Let's get into my peoples that I know. So Chevelle and Quaylin. So we start this off with Chevelle being angry, up in her feelings. And she acted real ghetto. She's throwing his clothes out the window. She's going off at the rail. She's angry because she said she went through Quaylin's phone and saw some text messages from a female. She throws his clothes out the window, walks outside, kicks off her shoes, then sits down on the concrete. I thought he was about to roll up, but he wasn't. I don't know. Don't want to be in that situation. So I'm not even going to be, I never want to be in that situation because baby, Okay. So basically, we then see Chevelle in the confessionals, and the producers are being messy. Chevelle said that I think she said she wanted to call the girl, but she didn't. So the producers were like, do you want to call her now? Messy. And she did. And she called the person phone and said, who did? Like, you're calling my phone, you're asking me who I am. So of course the conversation's not going to go well because you're on my line and you're talking reckless. But the girl knows that I was being messy. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. That, like, if being a viewer, it's hilarious, but to be in those shoes would probably be annoying. So she was saying, oh, do you know my man Quaylin? She said, no. Do you know him since he was in jail? She said, maybe, maybe not. The message was very, like, much so, oh, I missed that thing, and I want some more of that thing. So if they're not messing around, then I don't know why the girl would say, I missed that thing. And she hangs up the phone with the young lady, and then Quaylin calls her. And he said, what's up? So that means the girl called Quaylin out. It could be a coincidence, or it could be that the girl called Quaylin and said, somebody just called my phone on some rah-rah-ish. But, and then, let's see. Oh, also, the name of her daughter changed. It was M.I.A, not M.I.A. Is it M.I.A or is it M.I.A? Because all of a sudden, it's not M.I.A, it's M.I.A. Not my business. Not my business. So, if I can remember correctly, she goes home, and her and Quaylin get into it. Quaylin leaves, or she kicks him out, and she said he'll be right back. But you're the one watching him leave in a taxi. What happened to his car or his truck? Why he still taking taxis? That's something I want to know. All right, so Sean and Destiny, they could have been over in 5 minutes. Sean comes home. The dresser is empty. Destiny's not picking up the phone. The The producers knock at the door. Rather than finish putting his pants on, Forrest Gump gonna open the door while he's halfway putting his pants on to speak to the producers. And he hopping in his pants. Child. All right, Forrest Gump. So after he goes through the house, he opens the cupboards in the bathroom, and coincidentally, there's a box for a pregnancy test in the last drawer. And when he looks in the garbage, the pregnancy test isn't there. So he's assuming, which we would also assume, that she took the test because it's positive and she ran. I don't know, bro. I mean, nobody said this was a sophisticated show, but it don't make no sense. So, Destiny is on the run. She's running away from her problems. She's thinking about how she's facing 7 years. She's thinking about she could go back to jail. She's thinking about she doesn't trust Sean all of a sudden after he had her meet up with Kelly. And she's talking to her mom, and she had an ectopic pregnancy before. She feels like she's having an ectopic pregnancy. She says the pregnancy test says it's negative, but she feels like she is pregnant because she missed her period by, I think she said 3 days. It was just a dragged out, drawn out scene that could have been done in 5 minutes, in my opinion. She goes to a gas station, asks if they have a pregnancy test. She says she feels like, oh my God, and she can't stand up, but she doesn't want to go to the hospital. Lindsay and Scott, bullcrap. What else am I supposed to say? Lindsay is, her daughter's room is finished. She goes downstairs to tell her to thank Scott. And then she slides in there that Tarabella is buying a trailer but has nowhere to put it, and if they could park the trailer in their parking lot. I've never seen somebody be so comfortable in somebody else's house when you ain't even married to the man. Something about Lindsay I don't like her. And I mean, it's just, I feel like then she has the audacity to say, like, well, let me not say she has the audacity. Then she says that every time she takes something off, Scott goes to the pockets. She gives me druggy vibes in the confessional. So I feel really uncomfortable. She creeps me out. Ugh. So Tarabella's going to be parking her trailer. She says that Tarabella's her girlfriend. I don't know why she didn't just tell Scott, since she said he was in a good mood. I don't know what she's about to do. Is she going to kick Scott out of his own bedroom? How you in this man's house and you acting like this? You should be appreciative, but it's Lindsay, boo. I don't have much to say about Lindsay and Scott's situation. It's just a mess. I'm happy her daughter's room is finished. Hopefully she could be a mom, because she kept going to jail and picking jail over her. And then, she had a photo shoot. And Scott was asking the guy some questions. She got mad because Scott asked her ex-boyfriend, like, I guess he inboxed him, asked him some questions about what he knows about Lindsay. She also said he reached out to somebody else. But Lindsay, I mean, he just want to know. You are kind of like untrustworthy. What do you want the man to do? But he's a fool for even wanting to be with somebody who he doesn't trust. That's his problem. So that's the people that I know. Now let's talk about people I don't know. On this episode, the infamous Michael and Sarah. The infamous Michael and Sarah. So Sarah's at her home with her new boyfriend, Malcolm. He goes, this scene was just so staged to me. I'm gonna go out and get coffee. Do you want coffee? And he goes and gets coffee. See, I thought Malcolm was gonna get some Cafe Bustelo or some Folgers that they could make in the coffee machine, and some bagels like in a sleeve so that they could eat for the week. That's what I thought. But this man got 2 cups of coffee. I didn't even see the bagels, but he got 2 literal cups of coffee. One for me, one for you. See me? No. You need to buy the pack of coffee because this one cup of coffee isn't going to do it for me. I haven't had coffee since the 1st of November because I've been on no coffee November trying to lose some weight. Baby, I lost now weight. I didn't have to tell y'all that. That's none of y'all business. So Michael shows up to Sarah's home with a bear suit to surprise his daughter. And right when Michael's there playing with his daughter, that's when Malcolm comes with his little janky 2 cups of coffee. He said coffee and bagels. I ain't seen no bagels unless they were in his jacket pocket. But I don't know why you couldn't just get like some Folgers. Maybe you guys just drink 1 cup of coffee a day. It was just crazy to me that somebody would leave the house to buy 2 cups of coffee and then come back. That's the breakfast? Did he get breakfast for the kids? Well, no, because one of them is like a toddler that's like probably like 3 or 4. That bothers me because baby wants to. Being an adult, you don't spend $2, $5 on 2 cups of coffee when you can get a pack of vacuum packed coffee for like $3 and use it multiple times. But I digress. Let me let it go. I let it go now. Okay, so Malcolm and Michael have a little bit of a small talk. The question that Malcolm asked Michael, that he said something about the court case with Sarah and Michael. And Michael said, where your girl at? And then Michael go ahead and say, basically, he's saying that if he wants to, Sarah could dump Malcolm today because that's the type of power he has. And he has to say so on what relationship works for Sarah. And if he wants Sarah to have. I don't like how people do that. So you have, because I used to watch other people review the show before I got into it, he has a girlfriend named Maria that's been around his kids, right? If I'm correct. But he doesn't want Malcolm to be around his kids. You already have a girlfriend. Before Sarah had Malcolm. Now that Sarah has Malcolm, you have a problem. And now you want to step up. Even Malcolm said that. He appreciates Michael stepping up, but why now? Which is true. You didn't want to do the whole other time. Why now? But, hey, Sarah and Malcolm have a conversation at the end, and I personally appreciate Malcolm. It was a little bit selfish, but also in a sense, he was also helping Sarah. Do you think you're really ready right now? Am I a burden to you? Is my presence affecting anything? The only thing was when he was saying, like, you care about Michael too much. I think Sarah's always going to care because she has not 1, not 2, but if I'm correct, 3 kids with Michael. She was actually married to Michael. She's been through a lot with Michael. And no matter what, when you have a kid with someone, it's you just want that person to care. And sometimes I feel maybe she's saddened by the fact that her kids, like, she failed her kids to give them a father that's lackluster, because she said when he's around, he's a great dad, but when he's not around, he sucks. Basically meaning when he's here, he plays, he's what's the word I'm looking for? When he's around, he's active. That's not the word I wanted, but active. But when he's not around, they don't hear from him, barely. And so that's the type of situation where you're scared to let your kids get close to their father, because when he's not around, then they're like, where's daddy? Where's daddy? And you don't know what to tell them. But I think Sarah and Malcolm are still going to be together because, you know, she just said, you know, I love him and I want to be with him and all of that jazz. And he's really hands-on with the kids. But for me personally, I know there's some good men out there who will take women who have kids, but Sarah has 3 kids, and I just want her to be careful. Because I don't know Malcolm's character, but I don't know. I don't like that. I mean, it's not her fault that Michael was such a bad person, but it's kind of her fault because she allowed herself to get pregnant with him, like with his child again, because Malcolm did point out that you have a 1-year-old, I think he said, which means it was less than a year ago that they were together. So I feel bad for Sarah, but I just hope that she makes the best decision for her and her kids. Okay, Andrea and Lamar, I think they're called Andrea and Lamar. So let's see what I can remember. Andrea was teaching her daughter about the family tree. Lamar was, I guess, making beats. And Andrea goes in the room and was like, hey, I'm trying to teach our daughter some schoolwork while you over here playing on the computer. She didn't say it like that, but basically. And he said, I'm working, I'm making money. And he said, you need to get a sister wife, because this man tells her, you need to get a sister wife because I'm not your wife. And you are basically saying like, oh, you making me want to do wifely work and I'm not a wife. You need to get a sister wife. I was like, I'm done. We see him talking to their daughter Priscilla, and there was a secret, and they went to commercial and came back, and I'm like, oh my God, what's the secret? Lamar has an older daughter that I think he was 15 and the girl was 14, or he was 16 and the girl was 15, but it was a 1-year difference, and they have a daughter. He wasn't in his daughter's life because he went to jail for 18 years, so he basically has to make up for the time lost. Her name is on the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming out. So he told Priscilla about the older daughter, but I don't know why Andrea would have a problem with an older child that's in his life. I don't know why people would. I don't like getting in between a man and his child. Don't do that. Don't do that. It could be a sense of maybe the girl disrespected Andrea because she has feelings. You gotta, sometimes you have to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Her dad wasn't around. He gets out of jail and he has a new wife and he has a new daughter. He didn't come back. He wasn't there for her, but she has something she's going through. And she might take it out on you. You might be an adult and you might not like it, but don't throw her out. Kind of understand what she's going through because she's a kid. And I think she has a kid because he said, I want to be in my daughter and my grandchild's life. He asked her if she's okay with him bringing Priscilla. I don't know if she said she was okay with it. Lacey and Shane. So Lacey is pregnant with triplets. Lacey and John or Sean or whatever his name is, basically they're talking about the triplet. They're not ready for triplets. They only plan on having 1 child, but now they're having 3. They're going to go get an ultrasound to see how the babies are doing. They go to the ultrasound appointment. Turns out that the sac that had the twins, they can't find it, but one of the babies is healthy. Now, this might be something that's not right to say, but I think they should be happy. Y'all were already stressing about having to have triplets and not having enough money and not being able to do this and do that. At least one of the babies are safe. And of course, with in vitro fertilization, it's I'm not going to give a percentage because I don't know the percentage, but it is a process that there is a chance that something might not go right. So given the fact that it was an in vitro fertilization, they went for 1 baby, ended up with 3, and then the sac that had the twins in it fell or they were lost. It's sad. It is sad to lose identical twins, but at least you only have 1 baby that you were prepared for, that you guys said you were prepared for. You said you weren't prepared for 3, you're prepared for 1. Now you only have 1. And even Shane, John, I don't know what his name is. Excuse me. But even Shane, even he said, it was bittersweet because he was kind of happy, but he was also sad. But Lacey was, she was sad. She's the one carrying the baby, so she's going to be sad. She's going to be in her feelings, of course. So that's understood. But I think they should see it as a blessing. Because now at least they have one. Unfortunately, they had to lose two, but at least they have one in the end. And basically, that's what happened with them. Nothing really serious, in my opinion. And then the last couple we saw, I think Marcelino and Brittany are their names. So Marcelino and Brittany, if I'm correct, Brittany was talking to her sister. It's her birthday. She's about to turn 30. She's talking to her sister. Her sister said she was ashamed of her growing up, but now she calls her sister a role model. She's proud of her sister. They're talking about their mom, how the sister doesn't want to be like their mom. It's just a really emotional scene. They've had some issues in their family, you can tell. But it's going to be Brittany's birthday. So at Brittany's birthday, she's at the table with family members, and Marcelino's singing happy birthday. Everyone's singing happy birthday, and Marcelino takes the cake and pushes it in someone's face. But basically what ended up happening is some of it got into Brittany's hair. And Brittany said, I think she said $130 for her hair. She said just about that. She spent $130 on her hair. She's upset. She called Marcelino a bald-headed something. And he was in his feelings like, oh, she's drunk. She's being aggressive and yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, it was a 2-hour episode, and I feel like it wasn't worth 2 hours. Why was it 2 hours? It was nothing. Nothing that was supposed to be 2 hours. They could have did each couple in 10 minutes, and that would have been it. There's another couple that I see on the stock photo, but they weren't on this episode. I think I covered everyone. Marcelino and Brittany. She called him a bald-headed some of a something. Sarah and Michael, he said that he can get her to come back or break up, not come back, but to break up with anyone, anytime, anywhere, as he pleases. So he doesn't take anybody seriously because they're not permanent. They're just temporary. No, I don't want to click on the episode. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. Andrea and Lamar. Andrea doesn't want Priscilla to know about the big sister, but Lamar told Priscilla about the big sister. And he's going to have the big sister and Priscilla meet. And he just wants to keep his wife happy, himself happy, take care of his kids. And basically, I think he feels like he's being pulled in too many places. Lacey and Shane found out they lost the sack that had the twins, but the one baby's okay. And that was it. Quaylin and Chevelle mad, and Quaylin's possibly cheating on her. She kicked him out, and I guess he's gonna go to his mama's house. Destiny and Sean. Destiny's on the run. I don't know why. When you're on the run, how does that work? Because you gotta be careful of the police. She doesn't want to go to the hospital. Oh, the test was negative, but she thinks it's a false negative. She was making me feel weird because I don't know if she was doing drugs, but she was antsy. Lindsay and Scott, we could do without them. Throw them in the trash. And these two people, don't know who they are, but I guess I'll find out next week. So that's that on that. I wish Maurice and Jessica was here. Shout out to them and their baby. I wish I could see Christiana and John because I want to see how that's going. I wish I could know what's going on with Dylan. And I guess that's everyone. That lip on Scott is something else. But anyways, thank you for watching my video. Ooh, child. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like the video, comment down below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that way you will know when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the great, beautiful day in which you're watching this video, and God bless. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to show it some love. And until next time, you guys stay safe. Thank you.